Now, the next step is research, AI content outline, AI content, and then the final human edits. Now, I'm going to skip a few steps here. The only reason being it's sort of the same process that we do for Facebook, and we are going to give you all the prompts necessary to do those steps using ChatGPT and Claude over here. So what we usually do after topic selection is I would pick 2 or 3 reels on that particular topic. I would transcribe them. We would then put it into ChatGPT and start the deep think mode. What we would do then is we would just give it a custom prompt. For example, if it talks about 5 video editing tools, use 5 AI video editing tools, which are the best in the market right now. If that is the topic, what we would do is we would just research more about those tools. We would start the deep think mode on. We would go to their websites. We would see what all use cases they have. Why do people use it? Why is it better compared to other tools? So we would just start with our deep think mode on ChatGPT and start doing that research. Now, the only reason for not sharing that entire thing is because it just takes a lot of time. Deep think mode takes just 10-15 minutes to give you that research. And it's fairly easy. It's very straightforward, right? You just transcribe them, put it on ChatGPT and start with your deep research. The next thing is AI content outlet. For it, what you need to do is you need to download or you just need to transcribe the best performing reels that you have. You just need to take all those scripts and then you need to just upload them on a Claude project. You want Claude to then analyze your voice, understand how you speak, and then once it analyzes it, then you can just give it your entire research and it'll write a script based on that. So, for example, we are going to give you all the prompts you need to actually train your voice, as well as take that entire research, dump it into Claude, and then the Claude will give you the exact script. The real magic over here happens in the final human edits. So let me just show you a few scripts that we've written in the past. What happens with shorts is although AI will give you a really good script, but the real magic happens when you remove all the filler words, you remove all the unnecessary stuff, you improve the hooks, and you just make the script better. So this compare this to long form videos or Facebook posts. This is where the real editing happens. So, for example, one of the scripts that AI wrote for us is 5 ways DeepSeek R1 is destroying ChatGPT, the breakthrough that made NVIDIA stock crash, right? So if you read through the script, let's just go line by line. So this is supposed to be the hook, right? So here's 5 ways DeepSeek R1 is absolutely destroying ChatGPT and it wiped out 600 billion from NVIDIA stock in a single day. Now, this is a really good hook. Would I change it? Would I not change it? Not sure. But for this, I just won't change it. It's just a really good hook, right? So let's just move on to the next thing. Number one, while ChatGPT burns money using NVIDIA's 100 chips, instead of crying about not having the best hardware, they just made their code better. So you see this line. It's a really big line. I think it can be phrased better, and I think we can also do without it. So the real thing over here is while ChatGPT burns money using NVIDIA's H100 chips, DeepSeek is using older H800 chips that cost 90% less. So this is the actual reason, right? All of this is just filler words. What I would do is I would just go manually and remove this. So these are the kind of edits that we do when doing thoughts. Again, number two, let me blow your mind. Now, this is something that Anik uses a lot, but we have realized that with AI clones and with AI scripts that we write, having these filler words just doesn't make sense. We want the script to be as tight as possible. So I would just remove that from here. When ChatGPT does math, it uses 32 decimal places for, okay, perfect, right? So it's just, everything is just to the point. You have removed a filler word. Number three, DeepSeek reads like a pro, while ChatGPT works like first grader. Again, this, I think, it just sounds okay. So this is what we would look at, and this is where the real magic happens, where we A, improve the hook, and B, delete all the filler words from here. And number three is you also need to look at you also need to look at the outro of the script. So this is exactly why Nvidia's stock is tanking. DeepSeek just proved you don't need billions to build something insane. Now we can definitely improve the ending over here. DeepSeek just proved you don't need billions to build something insane is good, but it just, I mean, yeah, we what we would do ideally today, if you were to write the script is, I would say, 6 or 7 months back, is we would ask someone to just comment DeepSeek and we would send the link to the tool. And we would then just have a mini chat automation along with it so that we can collect leads, we can we can have more engagement. So yeah, this is ideally what we would do today. And we would just remove this entire outro altogether. So yeah, this is how we write thoughts and lead scripts that go viral. Now the other thing, and this is like a pro tip or something that we do currently and today when we write scripts, is that we write scripts in a very inward pyramid method. What I mean by that is we have a really good hook, and then all the best points or like all the great information is shared in the first 30 to 45 seconds. And the rest of it, I'm not saying it's not as valuable, it's not valuable, but it's not as valuable and as useful as the first 30, 45 seconds. So an example of that is, let's just say we are talking about, a 5-step system or like the 5 tools that we use uh, to create viral content, like we did over here. Now, the main points and something that would give people aha moments is topic selection and research. Even in topic selection and research, we would talk about different tools that you can use to make this entire process easier. So AI content outline and AI content is not as effective or it's not as useful and doesn't have as many aha moments as the first two. So what we would do ideally is keep these two in the very beginning, because again, that's how the structure also flows. And we would add a lot of aha moments and stress more on these 2 points rather than us explaining these 3 things in detail. So this is exactly how we structure scripts, because the maximum amount of engagement happens when you engage people and you have retention for at least the first 30 to 45 seconds. How we write scripts today.